Welcome to the home of Army Aviation.
Fly Army.
This will defend.
Above the best.
Ladies and gentlemen, to view a digital copy of our graduation program, please click on the Flight School Graduation Program QR code featured on the monitors next to the stage or on the posters next to the seating area. Also, we are proud to offer a recording of this graduation ceremony of the Aviation Center of Excellence's YouTube channel. The recording should be available by later this afternoon. The QR code that links you to the YouTube website is found on the monitors next to the stage. Thank you. Good morning, graduates, family members, and guests. On behalf of Major General Claire Gill, Commanding General, United States Army Aviation Center of Excellence in Fort Rucker, welcome to the graduation ceremony for flight school. Would everyone please stand for the invocation and the playing of the national anthem? Chaplain Andrew Dressler will give the invocation.
For those who so desire, I invite you to pray along according to your traditions as I pray according to mine. Let us bow our heads, if you will. Almighty God, I give you thanks for this day and all that it represents for these graduates. They have spent many long months training and honing their skills, and today they are recognized as the competent professionals that this nation expects of Army aviation. As their loved ones look on with pride, we also give thanks for their many sacrifices throughout flight school. It is my prayer, Lord, that these graduates always serve honorably and continue to build the Army's culture of trust, protect their steps, guard their paths, and guide their landings. May they continuously grow as professionals in their craft, and let all who are gathered here remember the joy this day brought to them as they celebrate this accomplishment together. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Please remain standing for the playing of the national anthem. Gentlemen, please remove your headdress. Thank you. You may be seated. Please welcome Lieutenant Colonel Matthew Stockton, Commander of the 1st Battalion, 145th Aviation Regiment.
Good morning. What an exciting day for Army Aviation. It is my honor to welcome the Aviation Center of Excellence commanders, distinguished guests, and all attendees to today's graduation ceremony. Family members, friends, and instructors, thank you for your unwavering support in commemorating this tremendous occasion. To our newest aviators, congratulations. You've achieved a significant milestone. In just a few minutes, your flight school journey will unfortunately come to an end, as your friends and family pin on the wings you've worked so hard to achieve. We hope these wings always remind you of three things: the professional aviators that have trained you, the special community you now belong to, and the sacred duty we have to support those on the ground. The battlefields of the future are changing at an unprecedented pace. The United States and its armed forces must develop just as rapidly. We are currently transforming into a more tailored and lethal force, divesting antiquated equipment, developing new equipment with operational reach required for all theaters, and organizing our formations to better suit the forces we will support. This generation of aviators and soldiers, your generation, will lead Army Aviation through it all. Graduates, this is a defining moment for you and your family, one you will likely never forget. Congratulations to all of you. Now it is my great pleasure to introduce the guest speaker for today's graduation ceremony. Chief Warrant Officer 5, Nigel Hebscher, is a master aviator with more than 28 years of military service. He originally enlisted in utility helicopter repair prior to being accepted into Warrant Officer Candidate School and then flight school. Upon completion of initial and advanced aircraft training, he is rated in the UH-60 Alpha, Lima, and Mike Blackhawk helicopters and the civilian Cessna 150 and 152 airplanes. During his time in the Army, he has received numerous awards and decorations for his service and served in a number of key positions throughout his career, including instructor pilot and instructor examiner, and company, battalion, brigade standardization pilot. He also served as an operations officer and detachment standardization pilot for the Supreme Headquarters Allied Powers Europe Helicopter Flight Detachment at Chivres Air Base in Belgium. He currently serves as a 1st Aviation Command Chief Warrant Officer here at Fort Rucker. Please welcome Chief Warrant Officer 5, Nigel Hebscher.
Distinguished guests, families, friends, and most importantly, graduates, welcome, and thank you for allowing me the opportunity to address the graduating officers from Flight School 21, IRW Class 26-17. This ceremony recognizes a defining moment in these young officers' careers. Today, each graduate will be recognized as an Army aviator and receive those coveted silver wings. It is my distinct honor to be a part of the beginning of these aviators' careers as I prepare to close out my own. I remember sitting right there in those very seats 24 years ago, waiting anxiously to pin those hard-earned silver wings on my chest and move on to my next adventure. I don't recall who gave the speech, and I certainly don't remember a thing that they said. But what I do remember is sitting there thinking, I sure hope this guy doesn't talk very long. And I understand that the person giving the speech that none of you will remember 20 years from now is me. Knowing that I am the last delay to each of you donning your own set of those hard-earned wings, I will attempt to keep my remarks brief. But this is my last one, so it won't be too brief. The sense of pride and accomplishment when my flight school class was finally pronounced Army aviators still resonates with me and with my family. So remember this moment. Remember the instructors that got you here. Remember your families and friends that supported you. And remember your fellow students that helped each other along the way. Throughout your flight hours, throughout your travels, and your career ups and downs, yes, pun intended, the officers and warrant officers sitting to your left, right, front, and back will be there for you. Make sure you are there for them. Before I became a warrant officer aviator, I was an up-and-coming sergeant. I thought I understood the Army perfectly. My mindset was simple. I am here to fix helicopters. After I graduated my aviation training, that thought process shifted, but only slightly. Now, I am here to fly helicopters. I carried that exact self-centered mentality with me for far too long, because the ultimate truth of this profession is that no matter your MOS, no matter your job, no matter your aircraft, it is never about you. Pinning those wings on your chest means the focus shifts entirely to the team. Moving forward, every action you take must center on successful integration with your aircrew and the ground commander's team to ensure the completion of that ground commander's mission. The Army exists to fight and win our nation's wars. Army Aviation exists to ensure the ground commander's continued success in those engagements. Since its inception, Army Aviation has provided the ground force commander with an unmatched ability to see, sense, strike, move, and extend. Our modern aircraft, those aircraft you have become intimately familiar with, contain more computing power and command and control capabilities than my entire brigade operations center did 24 years ago. When my classmates entered the force, there were no digital cockpits. We had no cell phones or social media. The Army was just figuring out PowerPoint. We can debate the merits of some of these advancements some other day. But today, the Army recognizes that as our technology advances, so too must our young officers with their ability to quickly and efficiently operate advanced systems. Now, more than ever, aviators must not only master their profession, but they must understand their role in the more congested and dynamic operating environments where they will live and work in coordinated effort with ground maneuver forces, as well as joint and coalition partners, to achieve battlefield success. Due to the complexity of both our friendly assets and the enemy systems, so much more is expected of our young officers today in regard to the technical and tactical mastery of their platforms than has ever been asked in the past. You were selected to become Army aviators because of your potential to operate these highly complex aircraft in support of the Army mission. You are graduating today because you have demonstrated clearly the understanding of the sacred trust inherent in Army aviation, as well as the skills necessary to build, maintain, and succeed in that vital bond with our ground pounder brethren. Because you now have a firm grasp on military decision-making, commander's intent, and understanding of how you integrate into the combined arms team, you are now professional Army aviators, not just pilots. Congratulations on a job well done and the lifestyle you are going to embrace. Our branch motto is above the best. This mantra is less about us as aviators and more about where we operate. Army aviators fly in a domain above America's best on the battlefields below, whether that is by engaging the enemy, air assault, reconnaissance, screen, delivering supplies, or conducting humanitarian assistance missions. Always remember, your mission is to support that ground operation, not the other way around. I'm not going to stand up here and present a lecture on the step-by-step process for how to make decisions, handle every situation, or even have a successful career. Every situation and environment is different, and I cannot possibly address every possible or potential scenario. What I can do is give a few thoughts on what has worked for me over the course of my own career. Number one, own your perspective. An Army career is filled with a constant cycle of successes and failures and challenges and achievements. Your status as an aviator may change the flavor or location of those events, but it will not stop them from happening. When those challenges arrive, your perception will entirely dictate your reaction. You must understand mission intent and the root cause of the issue. Then, maintain a positive mental attitude toward finding a solution to the problem. You can view a challenge in one of two ways: as an opportunity to learn what works, or as an insurmountable roadblock. Your perspective decides the outcome and ultimately your value as a member of the team. Choose to view problems as opportunities and seize those opportunities fiercely. It is easy to stay in your comfort zone, but a true professional officer or warrant officer aviator will branch out, take on new challenges, and work outside their immediate scope. Doing so will make you a highly diverse and incredibly valuable weapon in your commander's kit bag. Seizing opportunity also means looking outside the confines of your local Army base. Take advantage of the programs the military offers you to better yourself. There are countless resources designed explicitly for your success, but they only work if you actually utilize them. It is a big world out there. Go out and explore that world, both personally and professionally. Number 2, seek honest self-assessment. As Army aviators, especially as you grow more senior, the amount of meaningful, raw feedback you receive will drastically decrease. People will stop correcting you. Because of that, it is imperative that you objectively look at yourself and how you interact with the environment around you. Early in my career, I have held key positions ranging from platoon level all the way up to the brigade special staff. I thought I was doing a great job until a trusted friend and mentor pulled me aside. He looked at me and he said, "Nigel, you don't have to be that way." That feedback forced me to take a hard, critical look at myself, both my attributes and my flaws. I realized I had an immense amount of knowledge, information, and experience to share, both in and out of the cockpit. I had the tools to make better soldiers, better warrant officers, and better aviators. But I also realized something ugly. I was extremely abrasive, incredibly difficult, and generally miserable to be around. Because of that, no one was listening to a single thing I had to say. My knowledge was trapped behind my attitude. My mentor helped me learn better ways to interact with people. He taught me how to be approachable and how to share information in a meaningful way. Acknowledging those shortcomings allowed me to become a vastly more effective aviator, instructor, and warrant officer. But it only happened because I had a mentor who forced me to take an objective, realistic assessment of myself. Find those mentors and listen to them. Finally, number 3, protect your foundation. My last and most important thought today is focused on the people sitting behind you in the audience. Who here is married? Who has kids? Loved ones, friends, family, pets, whatever. Those people are the reason you are sitting in these seats today. You do not get to put them on hold just because you have a new rank and a new status. Always maintain awareness that there is also a sacred trust between you and those loved ones that support you. Every single one of you will leave the Army eventually, for one reason or another. When you leave, the Army will have already replaced you. But your family is the team that will leave this lifestyle with you. Or, if you aren't careful, they won't. The decisions you make from this moment all the way to your transition point will dictate your outcome. Those decisions will determine whether you leave the service with your head held high and your family intact, or whether you leave broken and alone. Always know exactly where your family stacks in your personal list of priorities, and never pass up an opportunity to make sure they know it too. These concepts are not new. They are not in any regulation or even any official Army literature. They are simply my thoughts on how I managed to make it onto this stage today, and they are lessons you should not have to learn the hard way on your own. Always embrace, maintain, and nurture all facets of the sacred trust. As I look at today's graduates, I see the future of Army aviation, and that future is in good hands. Now let's pin on some wings.
Thank you, Mr. Hepsher, for those inspiring remarks. At this point in the ceremony, we honor those graduates who have excelled in the course. Graduates who are within the top 20% of their class receive special recognition as Commandant's List graduates, honor graduates, or distinguished graduates. The distinguished graduate is the title bestowed bestowed upon those officers who attain the highest overall scholastic average throughout the entire course of instruction. As the title implies, it is the mark of excellence, representing outstanding achievement in academic and flight endeavor. The distinguished graduate receives engraved sterling silver wings provided by the Army Aviation Association of America, plus an additional gift from the Military Officers Association of America. At this time, I take pleasure in announcing the distinguished graduates from Class 26-017. Lieutenant Riley Warshik, distinguished graduate. First Lieutenant Warshik is an active duty CH-47 Fox pilot. Warrant Officer Benjamin Lima, distinguished graduate. W1 Lima is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the Wisconsin National Guard. Please come forward and pin your aviator. Now we will recognize the remaining top 20% and then the remainder of the class in alphabetical order by rank. Lieutenant Hayden Gerver, honor graduate. Second Lieutenant Gerver is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the Pennsylvania National Guard. Lieutenant Christian Mirich, honor graduate. First Lieutenant Mirich is an active duty CH-47 Fox pilot. Warrant Officer Jackson Drizello, honor graduate. W1 Drizello is an active duty CH-47 Fox pilot. Warrant Officer Jacob Lowe, honor graduate. W1 Lowe is an active duty CH-47 Fox pilot. Please come forward and pin your aviator. Lieutenant Julie Barrett. Second Lieutenant Barrett is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the Colorado National Guard. Lieutenant Paul Kane. Second Lieutenant Kane is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the Army Reserve based out of Kentucky. Lieutenant Nathaniel Cormier. First Lieutenant Cormier is an active duty UH-60 Mike pilot. Lieutenant Stormy Elrod. First Lieutenant Elrod is an active duty UH-60 Mike pilot. Lieutenant Tyrus Fredrickson. Second Lieutenant Fredrickson is a CH-47 Fox pilot with the New York National Guard. Please come forward and pin your aviator. Lieutenant George Gekas. First Lieutenant Gekas is an active duty UH-60 Mike pilot. Lieutenant Corbin Haskett. Second Lieutenant Haskett is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the Kansas National Guard. Lieutenant Travin Hyman. First Lieutenant Hyman is an active duty UH-60 Mike pilot. Lieutenant Christopher Payne. Second Lieutenant Payne is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the Maryland National Guard. Lieutenant Jacob Schattinger. First Lieutenant Schattinger is an active duty CH-47 Fox pilot. Lieutenant Talon Walker. Second Lieutenant Walker is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the Arizona National Guard. Please come forward and pin your aviator. Warrant Officer Jacob Armuth. W1 Armuth is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the Colorado National Guard. Warrant Officer Felipe Carvajal. Warrant Officer Carvajal is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the Arkansas National Guard. Warrant Officer Rylan Crawford. W1 Crawford is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the Montana National Guard. Warrant Officer Trayvon Crochet. W1 Crochet is an active duty UH-60 Mike pilot. Warrant Officer Ellis Evans. W1 Evans is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the Indiana National Guard. Please come forward and pin your aviator. Warrant Officer Griffin Ferguson. W1 Ferguson is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the Minnesota National Guard. Warrant Officer Jermaine Horn. W1 Horn is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the Army Reserve based out of Kentucky. Warrant Officer Cole Knapp. W1 Knapp is an active duty UH-60 Mike pilot. Warrant Officer Madison Lee. W1 Lee is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the Minnesota National Guard. Warrant Officer David McCaffery. W1 McCaffrey is an active duty UH-60 Mike pilot. Please come forward and pin your aviator. Warrant Officer Benjamin Richardson. W1 Richardson is an active duty CH-47 Fox pilot. Warrant Officer Corai Sexton. W1 Sexton is an active duty CH-47 Fox pilot. Warrant Officer Granville Schrader. W1 Schrader is an active duty UH-60 Mike pilot. Warrant Officer Donald Tillery. W1 Tillery is an active duty UH-60 Mike pilot. Warrant Officer Nathan Weselek. W1 Weselek is an active duty UH-60 Mike pilot. Please come forward and pin your aviator. Graduates, please stand. Please join me in a round of applause for the Army's newest aviation warfighters. Would everyone please stand or remain standing for the playing of the aviation song, Above the Best, and the Army song, The Army Goes Rolling Along.
Above the
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the graduation ceremony. Thank you for celebrating with us. Please enjoy the rest of your day and safe travels returning home. Lieutenant Warshik, please dismiss the class.